Okay, so dear Dhamma friends, we're going to start our session now. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So keep relax your body and your right palm on your left and bring your attention to your body and observe head to toes 3 times and say Supatveva or may I be well and happy. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. And later observe the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within the experience arise related to your inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, mentally relax your body and following my words. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck, shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. All abdominal organs. Relax your butt. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. Bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So observe the sensation carefully and recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Don't verbalize any experience. Simply allow inhalation, exhalation to happen itself. There is a gap in between your inhalation and exhalation. Just try to see that. Don't make any gap, just see it and recognize the beginning of the inhalation, exhalation, the beginning, the middle, end. And also some inhalation, exhalation come longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. Just observe the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation, and see the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within the experience arise related to inhalation, exhalation. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this with clear intention. Mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. to all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in this ongoing meditation sessions, we try to give some informations, guidelines, and encourage you to practice with tranquility meditation and vipassana meditation. So when it comes to meditation, the very main purpose is attaining to enlightenment. That is the highest purpose that we carry within ourselves. Other than that, we don't look the comfort or any feeling good or any kind of other things. So then always you have to remember the mental preparation, that welcoming the wisdom to yourself is your decision. It always comes out of your choice. So that is the very important key point that you have to see. So then when you sit, always you have to remember that your sitting means you become available for your liberation. Your sitting means you allow your shift to happen, your transformation to happen. So it is a choice. Then always look into yourself. In day-to-day life, of course, as ordinary person, you have to do things. With that things, you cannot sit for meditation. So always you have to remember with the highest purpose and the allowing it to happen inside you, welcoming it to happen inside you, accepting it within yourself, you have to practice. Sometimes we like things. Even we know what is right, what is wrong. We like things. This is good, this is bad. But the thing is, in our life, you may have experienced yourself. Even though you know it, even though you like things, it's not going to happen to you that way. And sometimes you know this is wrong, but still you have no power to get out of it. Still it is keep happening in you. See, now you know and you want to get out of it, but still it is happening. It has a long history, this kind of habitual patterns that within our human nature. So that's why the teaching is important. That's why the Buddha's teaching, that's why the Dharma is important. Because it shows us the necessary guidelines when that kind of situations come to your life, how you can manage it, how you can overcome that struggle, how you can get out of when you see you don't want to do this, rather than going with it. It doesn't matter that the physically, whatever the material things you gather, or intellectually, whatever the things you know, deeper in your life, there is something. So there is a communication in between your heart and your brain. And the beginning of the enlightenment, the transformation, is you able to understand that communication. The one of the hindrance that block this communication is our intellectual or our mental activities. That means you mentally, by mind, that whatever you do with the outside world related to any kind of perceptions, that will not allow you to access to the deeper communication happening within your heart and the brain. Why? Because you are so into the surface level of activities. So Vidarsana itself, a method that take you to that deeper communication. So, and always you like to see things, hear things from outside. And it's also kind of like a communication. You like informations. That's why all the media, all the social medias, YouTube, and the cable channels, network, this everything so popular because people like informations. So that's mean they're disconnecting from the communication with their heart and the brain start to go depend from this outside information. So if you able to start to get connected to the communication happening in between your heart and your brain, you're not going to be so wonder regarding this outside information. Why? Because that deeper communication is so advanced than this all. And once you able to recognize that, once you get connected to that, what will happen? So when you are intellectually develop this communication, you can see the timeline separately, past, present, and the future. And this happened in the past, and this is happened in the present moment, and this is going to happen in the future. So like that, you always break down to these three categories. Another thing is from here to there. Another thing is the height. So dimensions, we depending on that. But when your heart and the brain start to communicate, in that communication, this is what happening. That your past, future, present, these all three things you start to recognize at once. These all dimensions just come to a different kind of dimension that you're going to see through. So that is the beauty of the heart and the brain. Even that it is scientifically also, they're trying to get into that that experiment. And at the same time, psychology also doing many kind of research regarding this heart and brain, how it as a, they mostly go as an organ, but still they are in this idea that this communication. So in Vipassana, what we always say, remember the what you observe and the observer. So the observer more deeply related to your heart, that what you observe and the perception go with your brain. So when these two things interconnected and you recognize that how the observer also change moment by moment, moment by moment. So somehow get into this communication. Then mostly that in the outside world that we go with the action, reaction, and result. There is a journey that we go. We are kind of like a robot. We are kind of like a machine sometimes. We react in a certain way. Even if you have a phone with you, once a while you look it. Even no one call you. And with the phone in your hand, and sometimes you go to your Facebook, you go to YouTube, you check your email, you check your text. There's nothing, but you just keep doing it. It's just kind of like you have a habit, and you just watch, sitting and watching TV, and you have no idea what you watch and what is happening there. It is just kind of like a habit, and even eating the same like that, and drinking the same like that. So we are kind of like a repeat actions. Because of that repetition, because you are involving the outside things to react always, and you drop the communication with the heart and brain. So then remember, if you able to find the gap to react to these outside things, in that gap you able to slowly get connected to your heart and brain. So because you need this. Why? Because the surface level of this brain has power, but the heart, the language that having with the heart is so stronger than the brain. But it is, you cannot separate it. The brain always, when you involving with the brain or mental activities, that there is no way you can get access to the heart. But at the same time, the brain is the one who allow giving access to the heart. How? Because once the brain have self-discipline regarding slow down the reactions, in that slow down moment, it allows slowly get connected to the deeper your heart. Otherwise, if you go with the thoughts, with the thinking, and with these outside things, and there's something, then you go with it. So then little by little, remember yourself. Meditation means it's a kind of like you getting to your brain and heart together. You start to get into that communication, not this with outside informations. And once you come to that, in that communication, in that language, you can uncode this anything happening in the outside world. So that's why it is so powerful. But it is, you cannot just by thinking, dreaming, you cannot get it. So you have to learn to look into it, look into inside you. So that is what called inside meditation. You deeply recognizing what is happening. And that recognition, little by little, give the total understanding regarding you. That is what you need. And once you have that, remember, whatever you have or not in this physical world, the material world, it doesn't matter to you, because you have the most important blissful gift already within yourself, the recognition of yourself. So getting to that, there are three ways, there are three things that you have to practice little by little, little by little. So the first one, remember, power of taking decisions. Taking it is 24/7, it is within you. And no one can take that from you. It's always there with you. So then remember, it is not what you learn, it is not what you do. Remember to take decisions. Because when you come to the point to take a decision, that you come to point to awareness. Because without awareness, you cannot take a decision. So once you develop that, so the decision means when the action happen, without just reacting in a habitual way, you start to find a gap in between action and reaction. And in that gap, you decide what to do. So the decision, another meaning is cut. The cut. It's a cut mean it's this word coming from Caesar. So that the cesarean surgery, like when the mothers, when they don't want to natural delivery, and what the doctor, they cut the mother's bone. So it goes cesarean. So the cutting, and not only that, they cut the umbilical cord from mother to child. Decision, that they take the decision to separate. That is the same thing with in your consciousness. That is where the words come from. So the decision means you don't allow it to keep happen, because when the mother and the child in the umbilical cord are bound together, the child feels so safe. Nothing to do. Everything provide through it. But that cut allow that child to be free. In the beginning, it's cry, helpless, and kind of like the fear, uncertainty. So this everything there. But at the same time, it's strengthening, giving opportunities, and opening the path. This everything happening. So the decision the same. So when you are in action, it's kind of like you are in the mother's womb and connected to the umbilical cord. That means through the sansara, you connected to the culture, tradition, believing systems, that the comfort, the society, security, that's everything. That's why you don't take decisions. Mostly in life, you don't take decisions. Look yourself. How many decisions you took within last that 24 hours? Look yourself. And when it come to when you empowering the decisions, taking decision, each and every moment become your decision. That is where you come to the conscious living, because you do out of the decision. That is the when it come to the monk's life, it's always that whatever they do, it's called pratyaveksha. you you become more aware regarding your actions, and before you do it, you remind yourself why you do this, what is the reason, how you're going to do it, and what is the outcome going to have, that outcome, and how you're going to invest that outcome for your spiritual. So like that, you remind. So it is a decision, even when you eat, even when you sit, even when you wearing robe, so everything. It is not just you do by the habit. Each and every moment you come to a point to decide yourself to do this. When you have that ability, what will happen? Little by little, because you have to create a gap in between your action and reaction. So when the actions happen, naturally we react. So now what you're going to do, decision means you create a gap, conscious gap. In that conscious gap, you decide what to do. That decision make your shift happen. That is where you change. That is where you grow. That is where you transform. Even one single moment of transformation, it's huge. It's huge. The one single thought habitual pattern can take you to entire samsaric journey, eons by eons by eons. That's much power. So then the when you reverse the pattern, the same, that much powerful it is. The one moment of unhappiness, the fear, can take you, drag you to eons by eons, the sansaric journey. It is timeless. So it's same like, like the mustard seed, banyan seed. It's a very tiny seed. Grape seed, inside that the grape seed, that there is a winery that it's possible there is a winery that can give the wine to this entire world in that one single grape seed. So your thought, the same, one thought has power. It can take you to this eons by eons in the samsara. So when you create a gap in between action and the reaction, and when you take a decision, it also powerful like that. Maybe in the sansaric journey, you keep doing this as a reaction, and this is the moment you cut it. That means you become free from your sansaric umbilical cord. That is where you become, and you transform, your shift happen. So then look, then when whatever you do in day-to-day life, look yourself first. You don't need to take decisions. Look yourself. What are you doing? Are you taking it? Are you just repeating it, reacting it? Look. And that looking create a gap. That's why it's always say in samatha meditation, tranquility meditation, see, learn to see. See the inhalation, exhalation, because the seeing is very important. That's why even we have the eyes, we don't see. That even it is in front of our nose, and we have no ability to see the sensation. So even we have open eyes in daylight, that we don't see things. That's why as a husband wife, we don't see other person pain, needs. We don't see. As children, parents, we don't see others' needs, comfort, sadness, worry. And as people, we don't see it. As a society, we don't see. Even though informations come like a river, we don't see. Even the nature, we don't see. That's Nowadays, we have no ability to even just look. We are caught up in the, this mental image. We just go with that, go with that. Even when you have a conversation with somebody, in their head something else. So that much we disconnected through the journey. But still, it always happens. But that is why you need the help of the Dharma. That's why you have these teachings. So then whenever you have opportunity, you have to remember, get it to you. Because you are the one who can fix this. There is no any other animals can do this. So then it is your responsibility. As a human being, this is what you have to do in this life before you go. Because anytime we can go, anytime. No? So then remember yourself that during this time, while you're living, you have this everything. So then start to look within yourself, at least few minutes, question yourself, what you're doing. And then it come to a point that you're going to see certain things. You just keep doing. And in the beginning, start to change that kind of things. Don't go to very strong decisions. No, the things, let things to happen like that way. Don't resist too much. Because this is what we make mistake. We try to resist the situations. Try to go against the situation. So there was a saying in a book, it was a poem. So don't go against others, demons, monsters, ghost. Because if you go like that way, you empower your own demon, ghost, monster. When you try to go against others' behavior, remember this, you empowering the behavior which you don't want to keep with you. That's the very nature. So maybe you see other people wrong. Maybe you see it is very difficult, hard, or like that way. So in the beginning, don't touch that. And start to get into very little things. As example, maybe you eating something, just cookies, maybe nuts, or something, even middle of the night, maybe in daytime, without any reason, you just keep eating. And so it is nothing to do with anybody. You're not going to go against anyone. It is just within yourself. And even you do it or not, no one going to get harmed. So start to practice with that. You take a decision, conscious decision. I not going to eat this. That's it. Or maybe you just think yourself, you take a decision. After few hours, I'm going to eat this. Maybe if the craving is so strong, then you have to, sometimes you have to accept it. So then you take a decision, after 2 hours, I'm going to eat this. So you empowering, taking decision, and you creating the gap. Remember that gap in between your action and reaction, the gap bring the shift to you. Remember that. So when there's no gap, you just keep going. That's itself the sansara. So empower, taking decisions, and cut the habit. Free the child. That means free your consciousness from just keep repeating things. And that is where you finding the inner strength. And then the kind of like that sleeping, in maybe in the middle of the day, you having nap or sleep, or so whatever the activities you do, or maybe watching them, you take a decision. You don't, I don't tell you to not to do things. You have to do. But what I am telling, there are a lot of things you do just by habit, without any reason. So start to find out what is that and do it. Even you do it with your conscious decision. Even you want to, whatever you want to do it with the conscious decision. Then you're going to change. Even if you drink, you're not going to stop. It is this monk told not to drink. No, it's, this whole thousand years, it's teaching not to do, but still people do that. But even if you want to drink, what you have to do, don't do it as a habit. You take the bottle and then take a very conscious decision. You're going to see it. And then see how it happened, what happening to you. Observe it. And then you will recognize. Then because you empowering the taking decisions. And then the moment come, the habitual patterns going to become weaker, slow down. And the decisions power becomes stronger. When the power of decisions becomes stronger, there is no habit. That's it. That is what happened. So then when your power of decisions becomes stronger, forget about the habits. It's not even never going to look at you. It slowly go away from, far away. I mean, when it see your power of taking decisions. That's how it is. So develop that. The second one is power of focusing. Remember that the mind that you have, the power of focus, is stronger than the sun. So imagine this entire sunlight. So gather it to one place and put, you will think how strong it is. It can burn anything. So your mind, just averagely for a second, there are more than 16 to 22 thoughts arising in your mind for a 1 second, like moment. 16 to 22. And even in this quantum physics and psychology, and they're saying it's kind of like a bits, 222 bits within 1 second that consciously that gather when it comes to a thought. So like that, when you able to, in that 1 second, if you gather that all the thoughts to one place, that is focus. So that is stronger than the sun. Why? Because the sun, that sunlight, when you gather that everything focused to one place, it can do only one thing, that's burning. That's it. It doesn't have power to give the comfort or the cool or like that. It's just burn. Whatever comes, it's burn. That's it. But your mind is not like that. Your mind is become more, once it become more powerful, it can do many things in your life. And now, as you know, the children, I work with these children sometimes, and they're so smart. They do a lot of things. And as parents, maybe you become so happy, oh, my child doing this, my child doing that, like that way. But remember, the most of the children and losing ability to focus. They have ability to gather informations, but they have no power to focus. So that is what need. So then yourself always remember. So that rather than having many thoughts at one time, so whatever you do, so then you have to start with your actions. It's nothing to do with meditation. This is what we talking about, how to communicate, how to get connected to heart and the brain, how you can develop this inner communication. So then what you have to do? So then whatever you do, as much as possible, bring the attention to that work and done it. While you're doing it, don't try to think something else. And you just finish it and you go to other one. And then you will see your creativity become more stronger. And even you have no tired. And you feel so comfortable mentally. So that is why you energize. At one time, when you try to do a lot of things, you get so tired, you make mistakes, it brings the doubt, it affects for your self abilities, and it affects for your self responsibilities, and it create fear. So like that. Once you do something, just bring fully attention to that, finish it and go to next one. So like that, develop the focus in day-to-day life with your activities in a certain level. What you're going to experience, you will see your entire body start to function towards one thing. Once you come to that level, your focus is become kind of like a flow. You get into the flow. You no need the effort to focus, because naturally you come to the point. This all the most of the Eastern, the physical arts, yoga, martial art, Tai Chi, Aikido. So this kind of things always try to bring you to that flow, that entire your whole body. You come to a position to be with it. That's it. You be here, you don't think something, you dreaming something, you try to resist from another thing. It's not like that. You just completely be with the whatever you do. And that is focus. And the third one, remember, in this practice, in this tranquility meditation, vipassana meditation, there is nothing that private spiritual practice. There's nothing called private. There's nothing called that the only the personal spiritual development. It is when it come to you, when you little by little, and you have the awareness, you take the power of the decisions and you become more focused related to some, and you're going to recognize this most of our life happening because of others. And that is the beauty of the connection, heart and the brain. Even when you just imagine, when you just go with the brain, and sometimes your own children, cannot recognize the connection between in between your own parents. It disconnect like that way. So that's why when you develop the connection with the heart and the brain, and you start to recognize there are a lot of other people sacrifice for you, and you are here because of a lot of other people. And once you come to that point, you get out of this self-centered mind. And then you start to do a lot of the things for others. Power of selflessness. It is so powerful. Look at all the people in the history, all the beautiful people. And billion, trillions came to this world and Go on, even we don't know a name, we don't know anything. But whoever in the history, even within 100 years, if you know somebody used lived here, and look why that person, we remind why that name here exists. Because they did something for other people. That's why. So then always remember yourself. You have to get out of your skin and share your life. There are a lot of things that you can do to other people, to this world. We all going to go one day. No, but still while you're living here, planting a tree is a kind of like something. And when you do it with the clear intention, it is something. So then imagine yourself how many things that you can do. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of things that need the help, and then get out of the skin. And you have to take care of your family, you have to take care of your friends and around you, that the people, and at the same time, do something. Name of the good to entire humanity. You can do that. There are people in the history, they have done it like that way. And they start with the very little. They didn't start with something big. No, everybody start with something very little. So then you also have that power. Then that when you start to do that way, you recognizing the communication of the heart. If you don't have that communication, you are kind of like a machine. So then remember, we have enough machines in the world. We don't need any machine like you or like me. We have enough machines, and in the future there are more machines going to come. We need real human beings. So when it comes to real human beings means you have to empower your power of taking decisions and your awareness, your consciousness, and at the same time, selflessness. When you nourish your character with this kind of qualities and develop your practice day by day, as a human being, you're creating a gap in between these habitual patterns. In that gap, you cut that all the mental formations happening related to our past. In that gap, you create your shift from conventional to your liberation. That is where your nibbana going to meet with you. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata chanmehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamanchatu. Bless you.